So many of you guys have asked or commented for alternative heating sources, cooking sources. And as many of you know, most of my gear is small and mobile, aka fits in a backpack. Um, my reasoning behind that is I can always use it in an urban setting, in a bug-in situation where you can't really do vice versa. This is something I picked up a while ago on Craigslist and didn't have all the parts to it, but it was a wood-burning military tent heaters, essentially what they call it, and we'll show the manual and the specs later if you want. But I didn't have a damper and a few things for it, so I finally acquired that, kind of modified a few things. So I have 6 feet or 6 sections of pipe, and basically we're just kind of burning off the paint. Looks like the surplus store put on there to make it look newer than it was. Hoping this is all coming out on video. And just kind of enjoying the evening. And it seems to do really well. Now, I have seen a ton of the liquid gas and propane versions out there, and this canister, the potbelly version here that kind of fits inside itself, will support that. Just have to reconfigure it a little bit different and have the different burners. So I'll probably just pick up the guts of the liquid gas version, so I can run diesel and gasoline and kerosene and that sort of thing through here. We do have a fireplace in the house. This conserves wood a little bit better, provides a nice clean cooking service. It also doesn't produce any smoke. Now it's a bit breezy out today. There's 3 sections. It's about as high as I'm going. With the softwoods, there's no spark arrest around there. I wouldn't go less than 3 sections. So just kind of wanted to share that. I've gotten comments before. This is definitely, you know, if you had a large enough vehicle or a trailer, you could probably bring this with you, especially if you had a large enough military canvas, you know, sort of frontiersman type tent setup. You know, this little guy, this little setup would serve you quite well. It seems to be pretty fickle with the wood, and certainly if you brought extra gasoline and had the other versions with you, you could power it that way. I'll give you a little look. The only downside I see really is the wood obviously has to be cut very small, like any sort of small stove, but the access to where you feed this is through this top plate here. It also acts as a nice cooking surface, where you can put a pot and all sorts of things to cook in. I've got the door down here shut. Let's see if you can kind of see that. So you can kind of control your drafts just by keeping the door open or closed. And then, like I said, I modified and put in a flue, which I've got almost all the way shut. I'm trying to create as much heat in here as possible. As you can see, some of that paint is coming off, or you can't see because it's probably too dark. But I'm going to quit rambling, and here's one great alternative. I picked it up for 60 bucks on Craigslist. I've seen them at surplus stores around 100, 110. Certainly if you're looking for the Yukon, the little square mailbox looking one, it is a multi-fuel stove as well. Those are a little bit harder to come by nowadays, and the people that have them aren't getting rid of them. So this was one I picked up when I had the chance. Always check Craigslist, guys. Thanks for watching.